illegals allowed. We don't need those Americans spying on us or anything. Hey, Markov the Barbarian here. And welcome to the 14th episode of our Railroad Tycoon 2 Let's Play here in China, where we tell capitalism to screw off. Well, not really, because we got to make money, because that's kind of the whole point of it. But for communist masters will not like it if we don't do that. So, yeah. Or they'll make this really our railroad. If you know what I mean. But anyways, last time out, we were basically finishing electrifying every single train and reintroducing business opportunities. And we're at a really good spot where we could just really cruise through, I don't know, let's see. Yeah, we got some 17-year-old trains, so probably at least through the 1950s. So when it gets to 1960, we're probably going to have some debates about things, unless our profitability starts to go off a cliff, which, yeah, I don't know about you, but it's looking pretty good here. Although it did slip a little bit, but so be it, so. You know what buttons to hit, meanwhile? And with that being said, let's see what we got here for money-making opportunities as we hit the word go. We're going to be looking to get to 1960 here, but again, as I stated in the intro, we're basically cruising at this point. Maybe not totally cruising, but, you know, we're doing pretty good nonetheless. I am just looking around for business opportunities meanwhile. I should probably look a little closer to home for this cotton. We can send it to Zebo. Since it's quite a ways, we'll use the GG1s. We'll try to use the GG1s and whatever other train we were on, I forget what it was, until, you know, the game says, you can't use it anymore. Which it eventually will tell us that we can't. Right now, we're using the 1045s and the GG1s, but inevitably the game will kick us off both. At some point. I don't know when, but it will eventually. Okay, let's see. We have cattle and chemicals over there. Zebo. Oh, we can send it to Zebo yet again. And send the results all the way to... Good question. Well, we gotta replace that train, for sure. Could send it there, or here? Jinan Crossing might not be a bad spot to send it to, okay. So let's see. Zebo. Hold on a minute. Send one to Jinan Crossing and one to... Not Beijing. Not Tanchang. I guess Kikihar's not too bad choice. Shenyang. Actually, does Shenyang need any of that? Oh, it does. Okay. Well, nah, never mind. Alright, so we got a little bit of a 2-for-1 hit there, but it takes away from this, so I'm not going to worry about it. We do need to do something with the chemicals, so... Once again, the plant in Zebo gets to be utilized. I'll sing it to King Dao. How about that? See if we can get some fertilizer going here. I think we have a granary in Shenyang. I don't remember. Oh, we don't. Well, in that case... I think that has to work, right? Yeah. That one's going to be waiting a little while. Darn it. I must have run out of chemicals then. Got a lot of passengers, though, which is a little concerning. Got a lot of logs in Dalian. So if we send that one to Beijing and one to... How about somewhere in here, since our trains... I now feel comfortable sending our trains longer distances now. Where's a lumber mill that's far out-ish? Preferably in the northeast here. And we're just going to ignore that. I don't see one. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That's not good. No, that's fine. Right, I did that at the end of the last episode. Anyways, Very, 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 very good question. I guess we're just sending it to Huanan. Yeah, we'll do that. That is not ideal, but we'll do it. And we'll send it to Beijing. And Huinan, there you are, and then we'll dump it off in Qingdao. Alright, see, we have a lot of aluminum coming out of that, but I think this is a good train right here. Or maybe not, I don't remember. We'll find out inevitably, but that's fine. There's not at least 6. We got more logs there, so we now in Zhengzhou will get this. Okay. That's intentionally why I did that. And then Zhengzhou gets the call here. Because all of our logs are imported in this server. I mean, in this game, so there's that. I believe Shanghai has one, right? Yeah. Shanghai and Zhengzhou. Okay. Ah. And then Huinan, which has given us lumber, so it makes sense to send it there. We'll send back an empty train. That's okay. Okay. We still have a ton of oil coming from Zibo. Do we have any... diesel? Wow. This thing's got 109 stored here? What on earth is going on? Bruh. That's ridiculous. There's a lot of diesel plants, but not enough, you know, places accepting it. Oh, hello. I didn't even notice it till just now. Okay. Wait. Never mind. I was just going to say we have the perfect setup. Then I looked again and I'm like, no, we don't. No, we don't. Oh, here we go. This is an odd spot to send it to, but it works. All right. Somehow it does work. I'll send a lot with it, though, just to make it worth its while. And that train can go east. Other than that, if there's no place else to send this oil, I don't feel comfortable doing anything more. Coal and cotton. Maybe we send it to the same spot, Battao? Oh, yeah. And then, since Zibo's nearby, sure. We still don't have anything for waste yet. I don't think that'll come until later in the game, so there's that. Yes, we can send coal to electric plants. I think later on, eventually, the game will yeet us off coal, but I don't remember if it will. I guess we'll find out the hard way, huh? Okay, send this to Zebo, and then here. Just want to know if there's a granary in Jinan. Oh, there is. Okay, perfect. Excellent. So that'll work perfectly. And then our chemical plant being used. I know we got a ton of oil, but I'm going to need and wait for more electric plants to show up before I go on any further. So I feel like we could really use some more before I saturate the market too much with all my diesel fuel. Alright, Nanjing could use some. Alright. I got an idea. Where are you? Oh, you don't need it. You don't really need it either. You do, because I see it at 8. Okay, there we go. Yes, the cattle farms do demand grain. So we can send it there. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, see, Hefe Crossing, it doesn't pay very much, but it does increase the supply over here, so there's that. And then I want to send one to this one over here, Zizao's Junction. Kind of a 2-for-1 deal, and Zheng Zhao has what we need. Okay, perfect. I'm looking for something with that both food and goods is needed. Perfect. We got a city for it. All right. There we go. All right. What about this one? We're good there? Well, not really. All right. We'll find another one. Find another one. Not Hefe. Oh, dear. I do not see one. La 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 la. Oh, that sucks. Well, we send this one to Shantou just to give it some distance. Do you need food? Yes, you do. Okay. Funny part is there is a steel mill there. But there's no... we mean, we could if I really wanted to. But how would this work? I don't like that at all. We'll leave it as is. All right. That's perfectly fine. As we look this way, I don't see anything. There's a lot of logs in Ningbo. So we need to do something with that. And I think we need to take advantage of the lumber mill over here. Does Ningbo need lumber? I guess they do. All right. There we go. There's a lot of lumber mills over there, and we're not doing anything with it. Well, we probably should. A lot of aluminum, a lot of tires. Okay. Perfect. I think we got my spot here. As long as they need goods, which they do. Okay, so we'll send this to the tool and die facility over here. Actually, wait a minute. 2-for-1 special. Done. Logs and aluminum. Ah, we're talking. Again, there's really only 2 ports, but that's fine. We do have an auto plant now in Guangzhou, in case anyone didn't remember. Do I send it that way or not entirely? Although I can do something with the chemicals over here in Guangzhou. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. We're wandering in the right direction. A lot of aluminum out in Taipei and Xiamen, so... The Taipei one can stay put. That one can be kind of a local one. Here, I'll even ship passengers in between them as an added bonus. Why not? I mean... Sure. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? I wish we had some produce I could pick up or someplace like that. I do have an idea for that. Well, yeah. They do need aluminum cans, so maybe I'll deal with that later. All right. Gives me an idea. Let's see. Right, aluminum from here. Okay. We'll do it to Guangzhou, I guess. Oh, once again, the double trouble. I like that. Perfect. We go further down here. I mentioned the chemicals in Guangzhou. All right, our revenue and profit are going back in the right direction. Excellent. Does Guangzhou need sugar at all? No, but I know a place that does. Nanning needs it. Now we're talking. Okay, there we go. That works a lot better, and we can deal with the chemicals and stuff too. Alright, perfect. I had mentioned Zhejiang over here, and I've got an idea. Is this produce factory doing anything? Not entirely. Okay. If this works, if they need food, which they kind of don't, that's okay. No, not you. There it is. There is a cannery over here in Shanxi, I believe. Yeah. So we go there. Load this up with food, but the problem is Zhejiang doesn't really demand it. You do, though. Okay, Nanning, have at it. Have at it. And then we can use our canneries a little bit more here. If we can find another produce farm that's very close by, not this one over here, that'll work. Hong Kong. Their food demand exists, so I think we'll do the same thing for them. This will be a lot easier for them, meanwhile. Where is it? Well, it's just around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Shanxi again, or is there somewhere closer? Shanxi again, which has like 3 canneries for whatever silly reason. I don't know who did that, but okay. I think this game's playing jokes on me or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. No, we do need wool. Well, we've already got the chemicals being used by something else. So I can't really... Yeah, this thing needs grain, so that's not going to help. Bummer. Speaking of bummers, what the hell? Can we not do that, please? Thank you. Ugh. Train's crashing. Imagine. Imagine the horror of it. I don't see another source of iron around that's close by. So we'll just leave it for right now. I do have an idea for a connection down here. We'll leave it as is, but we'll investigate the middle part of the country here. There's a lot of passenger demand. We're leaving... and here I thought the automobile would silence that, but I guess not. I guess not. I guess I was wrong there. Actually, I'm going to increase the game speed on here. It's going a little bit too slow. I was just looking around, kind of a real-time snap count, but I don't think I need to do that. Where did I see all that wool? Oh my god. I shouldn't send it over. Well, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Nope, 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 nope. I can't do that. And the reason I say that is because I literally just, you know, have the wrong type of train. Unless I did this. And then redirected them to Zian. Okay, so that's a little better. Ah, so this is what I was talking about. Okay. We'll address that later in the game. Hold on. We'll address that shortly. Not now. But shortly. There's not really a granary in sight here. Is there a fertilizer plant nearby? Not really. So I would love to send it back over here. Don't moo at me. That's not cool. Bruh. You don't just moo at people. Not really. If I were to grab 2 tires from over here, do you need autos? You do. I got an idea. 2 tires. 2 of that. Oh, that's not gonna work now, is it? If they both didn't have auto plants, this would work beautifully, but no, the game said otherwise. Okay, that sucks. I was going to send it potentially to one here in Chongqing, but I guess not. Well, not anymore, because that kind of ruined everything now, didn't it? I just had to go around and run my plan, didn't I, game? We have a random oil well over here? Wait a minute. Why is there... Since when? Okay, that's just mean. But again, the same problem we had earlier, which is not going to be useful. Period. Okay, that's a real shame, too. Okay, and then I didn't see anything over here for the most part. Let's check. 21? How? How, Sway? How? And another oil refinery. What are we doing? The sad part is there's actually a diesel. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, this is just... We gotta do something with this. This is just not fair. Okay, okay, game. You're unbelievable. Oh, man. There, at least Mattel's gonna have a constant source of power now, so there's that. What about ZN? We're keeping the lights on in Bao Tao. Look at that. It's all good. Oh boy, I wish there was like a place with multiple of these other than, you know, Zigong. We got a random source of iron there, which is funny. But hey, why not? Okay, that's gonna happen then, I guess, one way or another. Seriously, where did he... Okay, we gotta look at something. Now I'm a little lost. Well, first off, we gotta replace the GG1, so there's that. Second off, we gotta replace this, so there's that. Actually, this is the wrong type of train. Too late. All right, whatever. And on top of that, I'm gonna send it to 2 more routes. There we go. Okay, hold on. If the game will let me do it. I said if the game would let me do it. I'm about this close to freaking snapping and just pausing the darn thing. Yeah, all the oil wells are over there, but I guess a couple just randomly popped up in this area. Okay. Because I really don't see anything more. Milk is also at a premium too, as there's only like 3 sources. And a third one just opened up south of Giang, so there's that. Okay. All right, we're gonna lead the country in train accidents this year. Okay, that's nice. That's real nice. I was hope that's a real honor. I'm honored by your presence, game. Jeez. And we're gonna lead in breakdowns too. Yay. Okay, enough. Enough of this. Jeez. All right. I would like to find a... All right, that's rude. All right, I'd like to find a new route in between here and here, if I can. Let's see what we got. A whole bunch of you-know-what. If I could go this way, past the grain silo... Okay, that's random. I am attempting to look around here, see if there's an easy way out. Oh, these are mountains. That's not going to help me, period. There definitely needs to be an easier way in here for the southeast from our south. So let's try this. Obviously, everything has got to be double tracked from this point, electrified from this point forward. We're done playing that. We're not electrifying it game. That's a bit of a unique junction, but we have to do it. That is not going to help us at all. The grain silo is kind of blocking that. Well, I mean, the game is kind of helping us by leveling this a little bit, so there's that. Hold up. Alright, settle down, everybody. No, that's the wrong button. I meant to demolish this. Though we might come back to that later. There's actually a little bit of a tightrope. If we could do this... I'll have to live with that. Could we? Probably not right now. You know what? If that's the best I can do, sure, why not? There we go. Now we kind of have a backdoor route. But I would like one more, if possible. Let's see. There actually is, and it's kind of the same concept as I just utilized earlier. Only because it's going uphill, I'll allow it. But I'm not a fan of that whatsoever. And that is not meant to be a shortcut, so we'll leave this route as is. But I think you get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so that's kind of a backdoor shortcut, and we'll take the grain silo only as a resupply station for everybody. And a grain silo just because we can have it, in case I come back to it. There we go. We kind of now have an easy way to get to the south, basically, east. That was kind of the whole point of all that, but we'll see if it works. Where do I want to put the fertilizer plant? Because Giang has a lot of chemicals, and I need to send this somewhere. What did I tell you about mooing at me? That's not cool. Also, we can get this dairy farm, too, not for nothing. Granted, we can't really do anything with it. But at least showing that we're shipping milk is not a bad idea. Also, other resupply station, because why not? Can't have one over here. I guess the question becomes, where do I send these chemicals? That's a really good question. Oh, wait a minute now. I see the answer. But Nanning's already demanding food. Getting food from something else. This isn't easy. I know just where to send it, too. Okay. It's so obvious. Duh. Which means we should probably send it to Shigdu, if we're being honest, so... that'll work. Well, that kind of screws my plan up, but whatever. I wasn't thinking, okay? I mean, it works just as well, too, so there's that. The dairy stuff, maybe I send... Does Giang demand food? Not entirely. Not really. You don't either, really, so neither one of them do. Yeah, you're a little better, but not really. Oh, bingo. Alright. Where is... Yeah, right there. And if you're going by Yi Yang, actually, where is it? Do we have a grain farm? I thought we did. What do we do over here? But chances are when it goes here, it's going to want to come... Get out of the way, please. Down this way. Okay, so that's not going to do us any good. We'll poop. But at least I kind of have a backdoor way to get us there, so the whole point of that was... That... Gunzhou Steel Mill. Gushing Cash, but I don't own it? Okay, that's a criminal. You can't be doing that. Does this demand steel? Not really, so this will work. Okay. This should work then. Oh no! The cheap train's gone! Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Okay, okay. Our cheap trick has officially been yeeted off the list. Okay, so we gotta take a minute to find something that's gonna serve as a replacement here. I'm looking at the maintenance and fuel costs. Well, if there was ever a time that... Well, I think the 1020 should be enough. Granted, the FAB... Oh, the FAB is a diesel anyway, so it's not going to matter. So from this point forward, if it's a short route and it's flat, we're going 1020. Everybody else uses... Oh, no. See, I didn't realize the FA3 plus B was a diesel. Ugh. Trying to see something here. Okay, so short route, we're just gonna keep pumping out those GG1s until the game says we can't do it anymore, in which case we'll convert to AE-A14s. If we need any short routes, 1020s it will be. I think either it kicks you off or the game is like, okay, you're done, no more. And I think that's usually what happens, too. Is inevitably the game kicks you off. Because you can only build so many, and then eventually the game is like, okay, you're done. Production is officially ran out. I'm sorry. And then you're totally screwed. I don't know why it does that, but okay. I got an idea. So why we can still build them. We'll do another GG1. Instead of going Zhao, actually, we can return to Guiyang. I know, very weird route, but that's the best we can do here. It is a very awkward route again, but, you know, you can only do so much before the game is like, nah. Alright. As long as this, we got a lot of, iron... Oh boy, we got a lot of supply over here. I would like to do more of cars. So how about Xiamen here? Oh, the Guangzhou steel mill would be nice, but we can't do that. Pick up 2 more from Hong Kong and bring it back. Okay, that's going to be kind of awkward, but it will work. Well, maybe not. Okay. Oh, but if we do that, then it's not going to work. Actually, wait a minute. No, I got a better idea. I'm silly. As long as you don't demand steel, we're good. Okay. We'll bring it back to the Guangzhou auto facility. It's kind of awkward how we're doing that, but that's the only way I can do it. Drop them off in Hong Kong. We'll build the people's car. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. We'll supply the steel mill in Guiyang. Well, how about, yeah, steel mill in Guiyang. Tool and tie facility in Nanyang. Gotta support our steel industry. Flood the market with cheap Chinese steel. That's how we roll. You don't really demand goods anymore. Your good demand is just about fluttered. Same with you. Well, this is a little more difficult than I thought it would be. Alright, well, we'll go across to Taiwan for this. Better than nothing. Nothing. Okay, so that works. We need more over here, so... And then, who needs it? I would say bring it over here. Oh my god, 9? A full-blown 9? Wow! That means they're gonna pay the most for this. Alright, perfect. Well, if you're demanding that much, I will happily oblige to send you that. That's a lot of money to accept. Too bad the road is blocked. Well, I mean, you know, yeah, we can't have everything. Meanwhile, do you have coal? Oh, you still have plenty. A little worried, though. Actually. Actually, yeah, you have a lot of tires, so we'll do this. And then... the Gungzhou auto plant, and then back. Okay, that'll work. Back to Nanqing, and then we're good. So that'll work. I know the coal's being plundered over here, but so be it. We're already back to almost 200 trains already. You can tell this is going to be a mess later on in the game. I just can see it now. We're also not moving as fast as I thought we would, so oops. Then there's that. We lost the chemical facility that was over here, so this station is de facto useless unless we want to do something with the coal. I guess if that's the case, we'll relieve Xi'an of its duties. Whoa! 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 That's not what I wanted to do. Excuse you, game. We'll sell the coal mine, and we're good. The people do not want that. Aha! Lucrative and I don't own it. Yeah, we gotta fix that. Holy moly, we got a lot of produce. Now, we can actually do stuff with it, too, mind you. How do I want to approach this? I think... this could just be me. I would like all three. I'm going to be greedy. Oh, I would love to have all those wools, but that's not going to help. I don't care about the grain. That's not part of the deal. I just want the free produce things. And now, see, this would be ideal, but as you can see, there's like a wool, already a produce farm in the way. We can't build over it, so that's not going to happen. Unless I delete this, but we're not going to do that. I want all three. We have a recession incoming, so that's wonderful. That's what I've always wanted. We curve this to something along those lines. We can get all three. All right. I do not give a you-know-what about the grain silo, although I'll certainly have one just in case. If that actually works, because nothing's going to come from this angle, so that works. Okay. So we need 2 aluminum, and we just need a cannery. Oh, there's a cannery. Perfect. So as I mentioned earlier, we're going to need to do 1020s for all the flat stuff. Slowly, we will start converting over to 1020s. Basically. We're going to need to upgrade this Shangzhou station, otherwise we're not going to get that. Okay. And telephone poles, wherever we can get it. So there's our first 1020 of the game. It was inevitable, to be honest. Alright, I see our profits are starting to go down, but that's probably due to the recession. That's what I'm kind of guessing. Same deal, except we'll send it to Ningbo. So once again, 1020 is what we're busting out. And the cannery that's over there. Okay. This is the time to supply those canneries. Ay, yay, yay, oh, whoa, whoa, what the hell? Bruh, what are we doing? Don't panic. If the game crashes at the end, I will still account for whatever I saw the highest in. So it's not the end of the world if everything just goes to hell at the very end. But Morgoth, that's cheating. Yeah, well, too bad. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Okay, okay, I see you there. I was wondering how long it would be before another electric plant showed up, and actually... See, the thing is, we're kind of recession-proof over here. Okay. There's a diesel plant in between it. I know there's one in Nanchang itself. But that's not going to help us. There is 2 in Nanning. There's also 1 in Hong Kong, but bizarrely we don't have it. So I'm actually going to use this as an excuse. To sort of drive up. Oh, okay, that happened. Seriously? There's a hill there? What? I mean, that works too. If we're being honest, okay. Actually, I should duplicate the track because this will probably be a major station later on. Why can't I put a station over there? Hold on. Because of that. Okay, I see what we're doing. So Hong Kong gets a second station in the most bizarre way imaginable. I don't know how they did it, but here we are. We'll give it all the fixings, even though we're not going to really send anything here. I'm just here for the diesel plant. I wasn't really here for anything else. Or the chemical plant that was over there, too. No, we want this one. There we go. And the funny part is I can actually now send more, make use of our oil fields over here. And believe me, there's a lot of them. Now we are 4? Oh my god. This game is just being excessively insane. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Now we've hit full-blown insanity. We got cities running into each other. More oil than we know what to deal with. Because there's no areas to send it to. We are heading to port in a scenario now where it's literally entered the insanity realm. We can still build GG1s meanwhile, so there is that, I guess. But it won't be long before that goes away. Is the autoplan in Guangzhou doing anything? Not yet. All right. All right, we will need a 1020. GP9 is up and running. Oh, that looks pretty good for a diesel, but I don't like the requirements there. All right. Anything else we could use? Looking around the map, and I don't really see too much. Oh, I see one thing right off the bat. Gushing Cash, and I don't own it. Very lucrative, and I don't own it. Well, you know what? This game can, you know, stop it. If things are gushing cash and I don't own it, we are not doing the people right. Ugh. I do see something. Well, don't mind if I do. All right. This is going back towards the capital district. I think we... Oh, really? I have to build a large station? Come on, game. Don't do that to me. Bruh. You were not funny. Start here. Make sure you're getting tires. Beijing does not have an auto plant, so this will work. And then Beijing turns it into steel. Tianjin has an auto plant. We'll bring it to that. And the well, now hold on. Yeah, we could ship some cheap Chinese cars out. Sure, why the heck not? I don't mind. That's right. As long as we can hold revenue flat while the economy is floundering, I think I'll feel good about it. Gushing cash, but I don't own that. Oh, the people are not going to be too thrilled with me. No! Whoa! Game! Whoa! We don't deal with that. What are you doing? Bruh. Alright, there we go. Game is going mad on me. You know, not for nothing. I wouldn't mind having some coal and a nice little resupply base. Okay. Can do iron, coal. Oh, I wish there was a port in Shenyang, but that's not going to help. Is this auto plant actually making money? Not yet. I suppose we could. And we're gonna need another 1020. Okay, that's nice. Nice! Sorry, I had to do it. You all know why. You all know why. To keep the steel plant running, there's a good producing facility not too far. Does Beijing need goods? Kind of, but we'll say it's enough. I believe I should duplicate that track too, just because there's a little bit more coming from it. Okay. Don't mind doing that. Let's see. There's more coal up here. I don't see anything else. Very lucrative, but the people don't own it. Well, you know what? We gotta deal with that. Oh, lucrative, and we don't own that either. Hell. The people are gonna be upset with me if I don't own these things, you know? Seriously! Seriously. Not for nothing, but... Oh, we still got plenty of produce. Okay. As long as they demand food over here, which they do. Okay. Is there a cannery nearby? Oh, there's multiple ones over there. Oh, that's nice. There we go. That way it doesn't drop it, mindlessly drop it off. Funny part is there actually is a cannery in here, but we're not going to worry about that. I am very aware that our profits have been slowly sinking, but to be fair, we really don't need to worry about it till the 1960s. When we get there is when we start having issues. I know this episode's kind of running a little bit long. Thank you for sticking around. I'll pick up the speed a little bit. There's really not much more I can do, to be fair. Ah, okay. Out of the corner of my eye, I just noticed that, and I'm like, okay, let's do it. There is a cannery in Nanching, so this will work. Xiamen need food. LOL, not really. Fuzhou needs it, but the aluminum's going somewhere else, so I would say there's just enough there. And we're running out of GG1, so we're getting very close to the end here. End of our rope. As long as I just send one there, we're good. Look at how fast those trains move up the hills. I love those GG1s. It's a shame we're probably going to run out of them real soon. Well, there's actually 4 coal mines over here. No, 5! Oh my god, I didn't even notice that. And only one's very lucrative, but the people still got to own it. Compared to just 2 iron ore mines over here. There used to be 3, but we since subtracted 1. Okay. Hold on, is there a cannery nearby? 1 second. I think there's one. Ah, there's one in Taipei. Oh, but we don't have it. Oh. Oh, it's just out of our range. Let's say if we could find a cannery that's very close, this would help us. What about the ones over in here? People have got to own that. All right. See, this is the bad news. Is that for every one of those trains we lose the cheap train labor there. So that's going to be rough. That's why I'm letting this go to 1960. Once we get to 1960, we're going to start having problems. Until then, we really are kind of in easy mode here. I don't really see anything that says we can do that. Oh, very lucrative, and we don't own either one of these. Well, poop. We'll buy that too. How many oil wells do we have over here? Oh my god, there's like 4. Just in this city alone. I mean, the people might get lung cancer at the rate we're going, but you know what? I don't care. We're here for money. Communists love money. You don't like it, that's too bad. I don't care. Alright. Sir? Nearby. We'll crank this in 1980 and then we're good. Meanwhile. Jeez. Okay, we gotta fix this. This could be because of how much cash we have, but I can't believe I'm about to say this. I want $1. I want a whole dollar. Oh my god. Nothing like funneling $4 million a year. And I'm actually going to increase our cash flow a little bit, so... There we go. We'll buy some more shares. That gets us up to 4.3 million and increases our dividend. We have room for a lot more, but oh my god, we're hemorrhaging cash like it's like the apocalypse is going to happen. Oh, yikes. In all fairness, we're not really doing much with passengers. I'm not terribly worried. The trick now is scrambling to put stuff where it needs to go. I'm running out of spaces to really put stuff in, and it's gonna start causing real havoc soon. This next 60 years, man, they're gonna be all full of it. Just mark my words. Ugh. No, we could start one from over here, not for nothing. That didn't cross my mind until just now. And then because I saw a lot of canneries over in, what was it, Changsha? Yeah. Looking for a spot to dump this off. Not you. Ew. Definitely you. Okay. I think this one will need a GG1 because I think I'm going to go uphill on it. Oh, yikes. And suddenly we lost that. Don't worry. We'll find a station for it in just a minute. I was going to go here, and then the game said, no, you're not going there. Unless... Hold on a minute. Haha, there you go. Nice try, you. We get that extra produce facility. Now there were two. As long as we don't need it over here in Ningbo, I think we can get away with grabbing the aluminum. Going back to our canneries over in Changsha. Nanqing's willing to pay a pretty penny for this stuff. Okay. Alright, that's not bad. Not ideal either, but no, that's fine. $252,000. My goodness, that's amazing. Now, is there any more oil? Hold on. Other than the obvious. Wait, it has to be yellow. My bad. Hey, don't do that to me. We need another electric plant. That is what this boils down to. We just need another electric plant. Alright. Gushing cash, and I didn't even think to get it. What is wrong with me? I really need to get with the program here. You want Batar, but where can I set this towards? It really is a nice little drop-off spot. I don't know where to send it to. Here? Not really. Here, well, you need grain. Here, but you're out of fertilizer demand. Okay. I guess we'll go back further south. There should be a lot of demand over here. Yeah. Oh, and then actually I'm in the wrong spot. I just realized that. Ha! My bad. Alright. You know what? Maybe I'll send a couple of coals its way too, just for the heck of it. Yeah, we got it. Well, we kind of have it. Well, not really. Alright, well, actually, hold on. Oh, that, never mind, I'm an idiot. Alright. Stick with the original plan there. Alright. Whoa, no! What are you doing? Go back the other way. That train conductor is probably pissed at me right about now. Okay. Sorry about that. I did not mean to ruin your day. Oh, dear. Dude's like, what the hell, man? You're telling me to go one spot or another. Make up your mind. Okay. Alright, let's see. What about these? I didn't really check. Mediocre. Yeah, alright. There's a ton of supply over here. Ton of steel mills in the area. I don't really know. Well, I mean, well, I could send it over there and then back to over here. I like how it's the first one, by the way. Where do we want to dump this off at? You! The people's car needs to come to there. Okay, that works. Okay. I wish there was another diesel electricity place we could send this to, but we don't have one of those. It's getting really, 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 really interesting meanwhile. Oh. Hold on, I see something I like. What happens here? Hold on. So now if we do a large, I think we can do it. Oh, now we're talking. Okay. Who wants some beef? Don't answer that. Or do. I don't know. I don't care. Keep it PG. I'm just kidding. Not really. Ah! Oh, here we go. Electric plants must now dispose of their hazardous waste properly. Now when they ship these waste to a landfill. So we are going to see the landfill. Alright, that's cool. Random question. Where's the landfill? You're kind of seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I losing it? Huh. So we have all these waste plants, but no landfill. That's going to make sense. My goodness, that's going to be a lot of garbage that's getting dumped in the river. Oh, God. China and pollution. How dare you? All right. I should probably call this episode. It's already long. My apologies, but it took a little while to get through. So thank y'all so much for watching as we now enter the 1960s, and we're going to have some problems, I suspect. So thank y'all so much for watching. You know what buttons to hit, and I will see you at the next stop. Peace out, y'all.